What is up, YouTube? It is your girl Nita, your favorite diva, and I am back for our review of rap shit, y'all. I got my girls,
Mhm.
your girl EJ and Tamika's Den with me, and we're about to break down season
Y'all,
two,
oh, I got my
episode
girls,
six.
your girl EJ, and sorry.
Okay. Season two, episode six, and it is entitled U-Turn. U-Turn. So, ladies, how are you doing today?
Good, good.
Good, good.
I'm good. How y'all doing?
You good too. Y'all can hear and see us well. We can hear and see each other. Let us know
Mm-hmm.
whether or not you can see us good and hear us good. Thank you for stopping by, y'all. It looks like we're gonna get into some things. I have the games all queued up and ready to go because it was a rainy day in the DMV, so I was in the house doing what needed to be done. Okay. So hey Zia. Let's say
Hey,
hello to some of the
Zia.
people. Hey Derry, Zia, Candy Love, and everybody else who is coming
Hey,
and come
Candy
on
Love.
in, get comfortable, get comfortable. I think I'm going to go through the who said that. I want to get everyone's opinion, then that way we'll get more people into the room before we really start the games. But I didn't have that many slides for this episode, so I don't think it's going to be a real lengthy discussion. But I mean, we're going to try to make it do what it do. So I'm going to go ahead and start with who said that. So go ahead and we'll go get into it. Um Struggle reviews TV. Tyra may be here during the course of the evening, but she's not here yet. So it's just us three girls.
Okay.
And so we're gonna start out with the segment. Who said that? Who said that? So y'all, I was listening to this. I was okay, so what made me choose this one is because he sounded so stupid. You know how the podcast people, they sound real dumb, talking about you can't spell Illuminati without lit. And I'm
Mm-hmm.
sitting up here looking. I mean, I know the LIT is in there, but I was just like, I thought it was gonna be all together. I'm just like, did you think that he meant it like that? So I don't know. It was just weird. It was weird. It was weird. So
Girl,
just
he was
let
a
me know.
weirdo.
What'd you say to me? I mean, EJ.
I said he was a weirdo anyway. Like,
Exactly. Exactly. So of course I didn't already gave it away, but we'll go ahead and just put the pass. I mean, not the passport bros, the podcast bros. It was the one in the middle. Oh,
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
see,
that part made me laugh though, and they was both looking at him like they really thinking about it and taking it in deep thought.
right? Look, that was me. That was me all the way. Okay, y'all. All right. Yes, don't forget to like the video, share the video, make sure you comment, get it lively up in the chat. Thank you everyone for your participation. And the next one is, I think it was when I rewatched it, he said, I ain't killed a man since '03. And then he said, you got your block back. Do y'all remember who said that?
Mm-hmm.
that was up.
Yes, definitely. It was Uncle Calvin, Duke's uncle.
Yeah, I said, Uncle ain't playing. He really about it, baby.
Girl, he went in there and handled
He
business.
was so pissed off.
Listen, I'm gonna touch
They
on it
want
just
me
real
to
quick
see
because we didn't give.
hours.
Okay, let's give our overall thoughts. Okay, I forgot to do that. Let me pull this down real quick. I want to get our overall thoughts on the episode. It was kind of. I think there was only two funny parts to me, and it's usually a couple more, but it was like two or three parts for me. But it was a heavy episode. How did it feel for you guys?
Yeah, I just kind of felt like they got right to the point with this one. I don't know. I thought that I didn't expect them to get there that fast with certain things, but then I was like, well, you do have to remember it's only 30 minutes in.
Right. Right.
We ain't got that many episodes to go, so we do kind of got to get to the point. So when I thought about
Yes.
it in that aspect, I was like, okay,
Yeah.
because I definitely didn't kind of expect things to move so fast with the Sean and Maurice thing. We kind of just jumped right into it from them just getting back home and how it is for them being back home, what's going on as far as the whole tour thing. And, Lamont was doing what I said he should be doing.
Exactly. We are going to get there. We are definitely going to get there.
So I did feel like we just kind of jumped back in it and how everybody's coming along since getting back.
Yeah.
And I was like, Zach, my girl Duke, she just, aka Chastity, she had a hard time last week and this week. I'm like, let
Right.
Chastity have a win. Damn.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. EJ, what about you?
Yeah, I thought this was a interesting episode. It was a good episode, but I did feel like we were it had a lot of stuff packed into it, that's for sure. But
Yeah.
I don't know, I just felt like we were kind of like, I don't feel like it was the best episode that we've had, but maybe that's because it was so heavy. Because
Mm-hmm.
usually we got a little, it's a little more lighthearted. You have a little more laughs here and there, but this
Right.
time it felt like everybody was sad. Shauna was
Mm-hmm.
sad the whole
Right.
time. Mia trying to comfort her, and it just felt like it was just a lot going on. And I feel so bad for
Mm-hmm.
Shauna this episode. Like, I think I might have shed a little thug tear for her for like a second. So. But yeah,
Yeah.
it was a good episode though.
Yeah. I definitely like the pacing. This is a vast improvement on how Insecure was paced. Like everybody was like, we need an hour episode. And I'm just like, no, it's all in what you put in the episode. You don't necessarily need an hour. It's
Mm-hmm.
what you decide to put in and what you need to leave on the cutting room floor that keeps the pace and everything moving. Because we don't need like a whole hour of fluff. So that's what I think rap shit kind of excels in with their pacing and getting a lot of stuff accomplished and done in the 28 minutes that they do it. So that's cool. That's cool. So we're gonna go back up to this. Okay, so we said Uncle Calvin said that. So the next slide. I didn't see it coming. I didn't know I should have stopped him. And I was kind of
Uh,
confused. I mean, I understand the guilt or whatever, but I felt like that was a lot that she was putting on herself.
yeah.
Yeah, I said she was gonna probably be feeling that way. That's how you feel most times when in situations like that, even though it's nothing that you could have possibly done. So it kind of made sense to me that she was in that mode. I figured it was a good chance that she was gonna be, but at the end of the day, we know realistically it was nothing she could do to stop anything.
Exactly. Exactly. And we seen her grappling with panic attacks and
Yes.
feeling really, really bad, going
Hmm.
from pillar to post because she don't have support from her family. We already saw that. So
Right.
she got her friends and then she got Maurice and everything kind of shaky. Like Mia's a
Hmm.
little shaky. Her friends don't make her feel comfortable. And then Maurice in this whole case or whatever. I was just like, so just like EJ said, it's easy to kind of feel kind of sorry for her because it seems like she got the whole like world almost crashing down on her. And so it's just
Yeah, and apparently her roommate put her out too. I was like, when this happened?
right,
Oh
right.
god.
Yeah. And Shauna Friends was trash for that. That one friend was
Yes,
Yeah,
complete trash. I didn't like that. I didn't find nothing about it funny, and I thought it was interesting because we literally was kind of touching on them. I think it was last week. It could have been the week before. But we were saying how we know that they don't really care for Sean and how's the dynamic
right,
gonna be with all of them. And so just the fact that they was even all there together, and it seemed like they wasn't, getting on her how they normally do. But then they was being very insensitive about the situation that just happened. And I was like, really? Like, come on now.
right, right. You are absolutely right about that. Yeah, they just don't have no chill. Like I'm like they
Yeah.
act like they high schoolers. Like I mean, I
Right.
know that they're fairly young. They might be in their early 20s or so, but child, it's just a mess the
Mm-hmm.
way how immature they act. And how insensitive they were with that whole
Exactly.
situation. Because at the end of the day, their friend Mia was upset as well because her opportunity had been squandered as well just because of the accident with Lord AK. So,
Mm-hmm.
so I
And
get
yeah, she had a bunch of craziness that happened, but excuse me, y'all, they didn't seem like they was taking any of it serious out. Well, it wasn't no scene. They wasn't taking anything serious at all, and I couldn't rock with them like that. I'm sorry.
right, right,
Yeah, facts. I did like how Mia kept, trying to rub her and trying to, you know what I'm saying? Like she kept trying to be the buffer, but at the end of the day, she ain't got no control over them heifers. They just
right,
do too much
right. That Mia friends cannot read the room.
at all.
Not
Yeah,
that
they
they can't
absolutely
read.
can't.
Not that I misread the look, she dragging at the same time. They can't read, so how they gonna read the room? Girl, it's
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
okay.
Yeah. And it's crazy because I felt like when Mia's storyline, just with everybody she was interacting with too, even though she was interacting and laughing and trying to act like everything was okay, I kind of felt like she was out of place with everybody as well. As opposed to her being on the road and trying to do just what she's doing. Is like now she's back to reality, and whether it was dealing with them, dealing with her mom, dealing with her daughter, dealing with the mom, you kind of just, I don't know, it felt like a person kind of being on the outside looking in and trying to act like they into it. That's what I was picking up from her. But she did also, like EJ was saying, seem like she was trying to be there for, Shauna in the way that she felt like she could be.
Right.
Yeah, I got that feeling too, though, Tamika. Like she was kind of like she didn't know exactly where she fit at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Like she was
Yeah,
trying to figure it out, and I don't know. And that thing probably affected her too in a
absolutely.
Hmm.
weird way.
Yeah, absolutely. So the next question is, I just need some animal on my burger. You got some hot sauce or something?
That was Lamont.
I said he's a fool. And I said, well, where does hot sauce? I mean, is that supposed to be the substitution for some animal? I was just like,
I
why?
guess it would make him feel like he has some type of taste going on. I don't know, because I was trying to figure that out too. That made me laugh. That little line did make me laugh because I said, yeah, I probably would have been looking the same way, especially if she don't know how to make it. Because I know, everybody don't got that certain hand. Like my cousin has just gotten to vegan food heavy, but she'll make stuff and you be like, oh, I couldn't even tell this was vegan. This tastes
Right,
just like how we would make it if we was doing the regular way in the recipe versus somebody else is like, no, okay, give me the real stuff. I don't want this.
right.
So I was like, Dad, how the hell did that person taste? Because he was like,
Girl, her face was already cracked. Let me see if I got that clear. Hold on. Wait a minute. Is this my last one? Yeah, that's my last one. All right, let me see if I got that clip because, child, when I tell you, I had everything set up and then I came back and said it's a problem, so I had to reload everything. I had to reload everything, but let me see where else are we going. Um, for now, I'll just put this on the stage and EJ, can you? Well, we already talked about this. This is the aftermath. We see Sean and Mia going through the stuff, and then we hear the podcast people. You know how everybody has their opinion online when something happens. So that was just like, one of those things. They looked like they was looking at a YouTube clip and all that stuff. So it was very true to life, very season 1-esque.
yes,
You remember
yes.
how they
And
used
it definitely was something I could see a YouTuber out here doing.
yes,
Mhm.
absolutely. Joe Budden. It's like no. That's the first person that came to my mind. Hi Daria, how are you doing, sweetheart?
Victoria.
Let me see if I can find this clip. It is so funny to me. Um, Not the clip of her. This is oh man, what I'm about to show y'all. I'm about to show y'all real quick. one of the moments of point out the goofy.
Are you ready for takeoff? Roger. T minus 3, 2, 1. Takeoff! Woo, 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 woo. Skr, skr. Woo, 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 woo. Skr, skr. Woo, 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 woo. Skr, skr. Bow, bow, bow. Daddy, let's go.
Not Daddy, let's go.
Oh, Melissa threw the shade for real.
I said when Zia says she gonna look like a clown, he is doing his best to make her look like that clown. And this is one of the moments. Like he wasn't giving her no eye contact. It was like hi. He didn't even say bye. So it was a mess. It was a mess. So that was one of my funny moments. Wanted to point out the goofies. I know her face was cracked. I know she wanted to scratch the back of the neck.
I enjoyed that moment. I was looking forward to that because I wanted him to just, be in his own little space. And I said, oh, I hope the next time we see him, he bumping and grinding with the girl from the park.
Listen.
Because I was like, she played herself, And like you were saying before, it's kind of like that safety net. She just expect that he always gonna be there and always on standby and always waiting. And so, we'll see as time go on. But that had me cracking up because he's like, you ready to go? They got their own little thing that they do. They was in their own world, and it was like she was trying to be included in it. And then she's like, you ain't even gonna say bye. Like he paid her dust. I was like, yes, Lamont, yes. Do it.
And she was looking like this for the rest of the episode. She had a bad episode. She really did. She kind of had a bad episode, y'all. Mm-hmm. Even when it was down to her and her mom at the bar, down at the bar and stuff, like, she ain't had no choice but to go down there and be with her. That's the last place she probably wanted to be, honestly.
Right.
So,
yeah.
She did not have too much fun. But yeah, she did deserve it. Yes, yes, yes. He is done being her lapdog. Yes, and we'll get to it. We are going, hey, Tina, how you doing, sweetie? We'll get to it. We're going to get there. Hold on, let me see. Let me add this back to the stage. Oh, yeah, y'all. I wanted to ask y'all one question. Do y'all remember what was the ghetto item that was on the charcuterie board that they had when they were gathering around? It felt like it was one ghetto item. Like everything else felt like okay, but when that one item came up, I was like, girl, please stop playing with me. Do y'all remember?
I don't even remember.
I didn't get to see it. Hold on, let me see the comments. Nope, I don't see nobody. But okay, I'm gonna show y'all a picture, and you definitely gonna see it in this picture because it was real quick. So if you weren't really looking or something like that, you probably missed it.
The raisins. Yeah, the sun-made raisins.
I said, what is going on? What is going on? And then I'm like, oh God, it was just such a ghetto charcuterie board. I was just like, Lord.
They said they had to use what they had.
Right. Right. That was too funny.
They didn't get paid no money on that tour. Stop playing, neither.
Not you.
Right.
Zia said she didn't catch it. It was the raisins, boo. It was just a mess. I said, what in the hell? You always have to catch little things like that. They always sprinkle little stuff like that in there. Oh, here's another person that did not have a good episode. Again, 2 weeks in a row. Duke comes back, and she comes back to calamity. It's just like everything has been switched upside down. The girls is just like, I think one of the girls got arrested and was in jail and all this other stuff. And then the one girl that want to act like she the bottom B, she was messing up. She wasn't paying the manager of the hotel, and then
Mm-hmm.
it ended up being a thing. And why the one girl, she was snitching. She ain't dry snitch. She whole snitch. She was like, I told her. She was like, I didn't
Mm-hmm.
know I was supposed to do that. She was like, but I told you. I said,
Right.
it was just a mess. And Duke had to come in there and clean it up the best way she knew how. Do y'all think she should have talked to her uncle Calvin before she did what she did, or do you think she made the right decision on how she handled the block after they told
I mean, it could have went either way because even if she would have talked to her uncle, I feel like the way they have showed us him from the beginning, he would have probably been like, "Oh, well, you have to go and do this and do that," because he's always pretty much kind of been like, "Well, that's for you to do the, do A, B, C, and D," and he wasn't really given that he was trying to be out here doing things for us. More like, "I taught you the game, now use the things that I taught you," type of thing, right? And he
yeah,
didn't really want her to be staying in there with him and all that other stuff. But I mean, could have possibly went to him and got some pointers. But I could see her being like, "Oh hell no, they're not gonna play with me. I'm going over here. What
right.
you mean? I'm about to take care of this." So I don't know.
Exactly. I agree with you 100%. I think it could have went either way, but I feel like Unc would have told her to go handle it on her own. I feel like she had to do it this way in order, like if this is the game that you're gonna be in, this is what you gotta do. And this
Yeah,
was a lesson,
yeah,
and this is what
yeah.
she had to do. And then Unc is there, to pick up the pieces, and that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
And I respected him more after that because I was always like, I can't stand this uncle, but in
Right.
this
He
moment,
just always coming off like.
Right, right. Yeah, I agree with both of y'all on that one. Okay. So then I guess I forget what this was about. They were just I guess they were still just kind of commiserating about, what all happened. She was talking about Lord AK and all of what happened and stuff like that. Did y'all have anything to say about this? I think we touched on it a little bit later on once the girls came over. They were
Yeah.
roasting.
Yeah, I just seen her like just being in her blues, and of course, like you said, having the panic attacks, being in her thoughts, keeping on hearing the sirens, and I thought it was kind of cute with the daughter, but funny with the mom when they came in, and she was like, "Well, whose bags is these?" And she completely just grabbed her and want to take her and play with her, like she over here to be her little friend. And mama told her, me and mama, say hi to your mama, then say hi to your daddy twice. Is he still fine? I was like, no, she didn't. She said she was an orphan. And then he was like, don't say that. You ain't no damn orphan. Like, oh God, that was funny to me too. But
Right, right. I mean, shit, the way they treat her like she a damn orphan on the street. I'm like, damn, y'all don't gotta carry her like that. But sometimes we don't see how many times a person messes up. You know what I'm saying? So you don't know like what the parents was dealing with and how she keep making mistakes over and over again. You give her advice, she don't listen to you. She want to do her own thing. So I think that's probably where her parents was at. It's not that she's an orphan and they don't care about her, nothing like that. I just feel like she doesn't listen, and she got to learn the hard way. Some people got to learn their experiences the hard way. So I feel like that's what that is. Hey, Kendall, how you doing? We didn't get too far. We did some games, so you missed that part, but I got another one coming up. Now, this is the part that we said we was hoping that we get to. Lamont he got his blinders on now. He is fully into this girl. Now, I don't know how long they've been, bumping and grinding. And but it feels like it's kind of new because it didn't feel like because Mia still had his ear and his attention, if you know what I mean. So this feels like it kind of solidified, them moving forward in their situationship or relationship or whatever. And then, she was just like, so what are we? Is she okay with us? Or is she cool? Is she gonna make a fuss? What's going on? So this was an important scene. I'm glad to see it because I don't like when a person plays with your feelings. That's not a good feeling. So I don't think he deserved that because I think he's a pretty decent guy at the end of the day. You know, he may have his ways about him, but I think he's decent. So him and his quinoa burger, he put some balsamic vinegar on it because she ain't had no hot sauce and stuff. I said, Lord, I said that burger must have been bad. But
hmm
y'all, what do you have to say about that, Tamika, since you're off mute?
Yeah, I mean, I like I was saying, I was looking forward to seeing this. I wasn't mad at him. I was saying, Lamont, just go ahead, like, But when he said, like, oh, you ain't got nothing to worry about with me and her, we done, we ain't like that. I'm like, are you sure, Lamont? Or are you just assuming that? When she's asking, like, is she gonna care? Is this something you need to tell her about? I'm thinking in my head, like, yeah, you might want to go ahead and tell her it's best she hear it from you than hear it from somebody else or just walk into y'all. But I don't know if she even deserves to know. On the other hand, it's kind of like, because she don't be letting him know stuff either. So,
Right.
but other than that, I was like, okay, we'll see where this go with them too. I wasn't mad at it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, EJ, I'm gonna ask you this question. Monique says she's just kidding, but I want you to see and give your opinion on he's gonna get that girl pregnant, and Mia is gonna lose her. What do you think about that? And then you can tell me about how you feel about everything.
I don't know. That would be interesting, but I don't know if that's the route they gonna go with it per se. Not the first one that he hook up with. I don't know. That would just, oh God, that'd be way too much drama. He
Right.
and Mia, they story not necessarily over right now. They just in this. We all know that Mia she's his soft reverse. He is her soft place to land on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And she's in, and you can tell that he cares about her too. We know from the first season that, yeah, Lamont was, he was a little shaky for a second. Like, I didn't know what to think about him in the beginning. But then as we got to know the character a little bit more, I was like, oh, okay, Lamont is a cool dude. It's just what it is right now. But he really, really trying. But I really think that Lamont still care about Mia, but he just over the bull. And I think that he need to tell her because I think in her mind, she thinks that this is just another one of those moments where if she bat her eyes a little bit,
Yeah.
wait it out, that it'll be all good again. And that's kind of the vibe that I got. And if he don't say something and let her know,
Yeah.
that's what she gonna think. And then that's when it's gonna be a problem.
Right. Right. Yeah. Almost similar to like a rebound person, like somebody to direct your attention to keep your attention off this person. That's
Mm,
what it kind of feels like to me. So
yeah.
yeah, just like Kendall said. When Mia said not to come to LA, he diverted his attention to his friend for now. So yeah, it's real convenient that all of a sudden, since that thing
Right.
is getting ready to come
Oh
to
yeah, he absolutely did. He was like, "Oh, okay, you want to play that
yeah,
game? I'm gonna
yeah,
stay right here over here with my, nasty burger." But yeah, I ain't mad at it though. That's what I wanted him to do because I was just as sick of me as he is. So
right. The only thing I can tell him is he better eat before he come over her house. That's what I'm saying. That's my advice to you. And make
Okay.
sure you strap up. Okay.
Okay, and don't get caught up in no dumb stuff. Like, don't hurt her feelings because you and Mia on that dumb stuff. Like,
Right.
don't
Right.
do
Yeah. That would be. Yeah. That would suck.
that. At least just be honest with her and be like, "Look, I don't know if we not in no real relationship. We just kicking it for right now." You know
Right.
what I'm saying? Like, just be honest with people.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
yeah, I definitely agree with that.
So where we are. Oh, okay. So we kind of discussed this already. And they are the girls that can't keep anything serious, can't do anything serious. Everything's a joke. They talking about roasted and all this other stuff. And child, they holding up remote controls, talking about is it like this or is it like that? I'm like, girl.
Yeah, they would have got kicked out of my house. Like I said, I couldn't be friends with them. There's no way in the world I would have went off on their behind.
Right. That's crazy because for me, I'm not telling you nothing about no size of nothing I'm doing. Like, friend or not.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's just like one of those things. I'm not doing that. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry. And then after that, that's when she goes in there and has the panic attack. But they were trying to be funny, but I didn't find this funny at all. So,
Yeah.
they were saying little things and stuff like that, but I didn't find it funny. But I think that's what they wanted.
Yeah, I didn't find it funny either. I thought it was so tasteless and just nasty, disgusting,
Yeah,
very insensitive.
right.
And the crazy part about it is that, but there are real friends like that. Like there are real people like that who will find the humor in someone else's pain and try to make
Hmm.
jokes about it. And I don't know if it's one of those things where I don't know what to say, so I'm gonna try to joke about it to try to gloss over it and make it like it's
Yeah.
not a big deal.
Hmm.
I really
Yeah, I
don't.
was about to say that too. For some people, I think it's like uncomfortable for them, so they figure if they make you laugh or if they laugh about it, could have been that too. But that was definitely inappropriate. I'm sorry.
I know, but it feels like it's on brand for them. It feels like they're
Yes.
always inappropriate.
Mhm.
So that's why I was just like, I could see that, like that nervous laughter,
Mm-hmm.
how we say, like, sometimes it don't cause for laughter, but sometimes
Right.
you get nervous and it's a nervous laughter. But those
Mm-hmm.
girls are always crude and just redonkulous. So,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna give them anything on that. That's too much for them.
Mm-hmm.
They just some birds.
I did feel bad for her when she was having that panic attack, though. I get those sometimes. I haven't been getting them as much, lately, but I have. And baby, you be feeling like your damn heart about to pound out your chest and you
Yes,
can't breathe and all that.
right.
Yeah, it's no joke.
Yeah, I used to suffer with them a long time ago, and it felt like because I suffer with asthma. Not so
Mm-hmm.
much now, but back
Mm-hmm.
then I did, and it felt like an asthma attack. Some people say it feels like a heart attack.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it feels like a combination of the two,
Right.
but it's no fun at all.
Mm-hmm.
And some people actually go to the ER and go to the emergency room because it
Yes.
is so disturbing. Your nervous system is just all flustered, and it's a
Mm-hmm.
real, real, real thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because it does mimic like a heart palpitations or whatever you want to call it
Mm-hmm.
in a way. And that's why some people end up in the emergency room because it mimics that so much. And then
Right, right, yeah. If you don't know what to say, just STFU. Okay,
that's what you're supposed to
Yes.
do. Like
right,
cardinal rule, we learned that a long time ago. If you ain't got nothing good to say, just hush.
right.
Mm-hmm.
Now this was a little goofy part for me. This was. I mean, I was like, did they really go there? I mean, they had like, when when you get these people, we got the OnlyFans now. It looks like we had a situation with the OnlyFans. Now,
Mm-hmm.
when I tell you that dude, he was a cameraman and he had a little device on his honey. I was just like, this is too much. This is a lot. This is a lot. They had like
Mm-hmm.
it looked like it was five people in there. I said, Lord have mercy, it was just so much. And then
Yeah.
this one, when she came in there with the mask on, and I was just like, what is going on? I'm like, is that I said, no, that's her eyes. I couldn't see it. I tried to lighten it up and I still couldn't see it.
Mm-hmm.
But we did see that D in the mouth. So then the next one was the girl role playing because she on her cycle. I said, with this little tiny white man, and I was just like going to Pound Town. I was like, what is going on? It was just a lot.
Yeah, it was definitely a lot.
Oh my god. I was just like, this was a lot. But like when they got the heavy stuff in it, they really like kind of have to do something to give you a little
Mm-hmm.
levity or something like that. And so she's shooting up the whole motel, the strip or whatever, and telling everybody to get up out of here. And I'm just like, oh Lord. It was just a mess. Anybody had anything to add on there? I hope I wasn't too graphic in the detail.
Nah, that was funny. I mean, it was an interesting scene to say the least. I do
Mm-hmm.
feel like it did give you that, like you went from this heavy moment to this, and you just like, what the ham sandwich? Just what? And so I think that I feel like it was a necessary scene. Like some people may say it was unnecessary, but I felt like it went well with the show. I felt like it was a natural progression,
Yeah.
and it shows where Chastity was at, like, or Duke rather in this case, because this was Duke. It shows where she was at, and that she did like what she felt she had to do. This was the decision that she made to take her block back. So I feel like we had to see it. I don't feel like it's something you could hear about. You had to.
Right.
Right. And I think she has like really good she got really good street smarts. Like I think she gets away with a lot of the stuff just because she's a female in this game. We'll talk a little bit more about it when we get to, after the folks come down who she took the block back from and the ramifications from that. But at the end of the day, I feel like she do a good job, but her uncle gave her a really good lesson on how she has to handle men in this industry. I felt like they kind of took it easy on her because she was a girl, a girl and a woman rather. And then when Unc came in there, he had to handle it like a man, because what do we say? You don't pull the hammer out if you're not going to use it, because people will circle the, spin the block, stuff like that. So yeah, I think it was a serious scene. I couldn't Duke couldn't believe it. It went down. So here we are. We're here. So one of the girls, I couldn't really make out the text message or whatever, but I assume one of the girls texted her and told her to come back to the hotel. Something was going on. Get there, it's a mess. The people who she took the block from wants the block back. So they in there terrorizing, doing all the things. Child, I think they even knocked poor Duke's tooth out.
Yeah, they did. They beat the mess out of her. I wasn't ready for that scene. I was in here like, whoa, what's going on? Like, oh, we ain't playing. Like, I was really scared for her. I said, they ain't about to take Duke out right now, are they? But then he told her it was her lucky day, but they beat the dog mess out of her. I think she had either one or two teeth missing and just jacked her up all in the mouth, the eyes, and everywhere. I was like, dang.
Yeah.
Punched her in the stomach a couple times.
It was a mess. And then he told her, like, he got there, he was like, you better be glad I'm feeling generous today, because I would have unalived. I was just like, wow, this is, yes, that part. It was heavy because she's such a small built person. And so I was just like, man, I was like, I wonder if that's like the first time that she really got handled like that. What do y'all think about that?
I think that's a possibility. For one thing, Chastity Duke is really good at kind of finessing her way out of a lot of things. But this was on another level. This wasn't something she could finesse her way out of. I mean, as a matter of fact, it came right out the blue. As soon as she get in, they own it, And so I just feel like it just was one of those moments that she couldn't do what she typically does. So I don't think that it's probably ever happened to her like this before, because she got that mouthpiece, but this just was one of the moments.
I agree with EJ. I think she usually has the gift of gab, and she kind of knows how to maneuver. We always see her observing and watching the room. I do believe she's seen a lot of stuff, especially growing up with the uncle, because we learned that her mom passed when she was young, and her being on her own, being in the streets, being with the uncle. But as far as having somebody come up on her in this way and be her like this, it felt like it was the first time. It might not have been, but I said, Lord.
Right.
They went in there. I was so scared for her. I really was.
I was too. Yeah, I think so too. Yeah, I believe, like Zia, I think she's seen some things, just like Tamika said, because she's grown up underneath her uncle. She got the game from him, so I'm sure she's seen some things, just like she saw some things later on that we're gonna get to. And she wanted to act like she didn't see it. She's like, I was like, oof. It was a mess. But he let her go. Now, back to some light stuff. We already played the goofy clip, so we already got that in there. But girl, look, she was gone all this long time, and now here go Miss what's the little girl name? Melissa.
Wearing
her low. Mommy, can you play? They run around and they getting the girl. She was running that woman all through that room. Lord, I said, that's what you wanted, right? Okay, you back in the saddle, mommy's back.
Right.
So that little girl Melissa is a lot. She is a handful, and she don't even care about shading her mama.
Yeah, she definitely don't. But I like that part with them spending time and playing in her little fake kitchen or whatever,
Right.
making her food and stuff like that. It was cool, but she got tired real quick. Like, okay, I done had enough. Mommy need a break.
And then she give her the other door of the I was it the doctor when she did. I
Hmm.
laughed and I said that Melissa something else.
Right. Right. Yeah. A mess. Okay, so we get to the part because Lamont has like totally like gave her the coldest shoulder. She was like, "Oh, you couldn't even say goodbye, girl. No, ain't nobody saying nothing. You made me waste a whole plane ticket, girl. If you don't get out of my damn face."
Mhm.
She pissed me off with that. So she ended up going to happy hour with her mama anyway. But I mean, I appreciated her mama in this particular scene, even though we know she has her ways about her. I think she kind of gave her some good advice because sometimes when you're very ambitious, like she wants this career to pop off, she's doing everything she can, she's making sacrifices, doing the things or whatever, and she's kind of disappointed in herself because of the circumstances which she didn't have anything to do with. It was out of her control. You can't be sweating the stuff that you can't control. So, yeah,
Yeah.
huh?
And I say, yeah, I agree. And just to piggyback on what you said, because I think a lot of people will look at that and take what she said as a negative or as something bad. But at the end of the day, she's being realistic in what she actually knows. And because people only know what they know, and she's giving her the real, you got to be happy with what you have accomplished. That ain't, and that wasn't saying that you're not going to make it.
Right,
She wasn't saying that. She was just telling her, like, you have done more, and I do sometimes. I know she always go back to comparing herself, but I just feel like she don't have nothing else to compare, you know what I'm saying, like, so
right,
she uses herself when she speaks to her. But I just felt like she gave her a real moment, and that was the type of advice that she could give for who she is, you know what I'm saying. She wasn't going to give no rah-rah speeches. It would have been fake. This was
right,
real, and
right.
I agree with it. So
Yeah, yeah, I did too. And Tamika, you want to piggyback off of that, or do you want to take the coming over talk about two bad bitches at the table? Or well, he didn't call them bitches, but you know what I'm saying. These lovely ladies.
Yeah, that was a mess. I mean, yeah, I think y'all broke that down good. That was a mess up because I just felt like, like we were saying earlier with Mia, she kind of felt like she was out of place. Like, yeah, she had her little moment with the daughter, and then it was kind of like I want to break. She, Lamont ain't really feeling her. Her friends is not there. Shauna done left at that point, so it's like, okay, I guess I'm gonna go on over here to my mother. And at the same time, she really didn't want to be bothered with dude coming to the table. She just wanted to have that time with her mother. But her mom is like, girl, do you got money for the drinks? Like, we trying to get some drinks popping over here. If you ain't got the money, then, let me go ahead and give you this breakdown real quick. And now can we call him back over? Because, who paying for this?
Exactly. I thought it was hilarious.
Mhm.
I thought it was hilarious. She was just like, "Oh, she was just having a bad day. Come on over."
Right.
That mama is something else. And yes, low key,
Exactly. That's the funny part.
low key. Like she actually trying to act like she doing everything to not be like her mom. And lo and behold, no ma'am. You're right there. You're right there.
oh yeah, she definitely got some of her mama ways for sure.
For sure. So we get to this part where child, ooh, they put a hurting on that girl.
Mhm.
But did you see in the trailer that she got her tooth fixed? So that was
Yeah, because when she was laid back on that couch and they showed her face, I was like, damn.
right. I was like,
And
oh,
Unc was mad. He said, listen, I ain't had to get out here in a minute. Now I got to go.
Right.
I was like, oh shoot now. No. Mm.
Yep. They put a hurting on that girl. I said, Lord have mercy. And then she still like, you gonna kill him? You gonna unalive him? I'm like, girl, what? They could have unalived you. What are you talking
Right,
about?
right.
Trying to figure out what
Yeah.
he gonna do. He ain't tell you to do it. He said he gonna handle it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I felt like that was necessary, and he had to show her like how, because if you didn't, like, this is, they just gonna keep doing this to you. And then
Exactly.
you gotta think about it, if other people hear about it, like, everybody gonna be running over you. So Unc got a reputation to maintain too, but deep down
Right.
he does
And it
care.
was I'm sorry, go ahead.
Oh, no, I was just gonna say he cares about her to a certain extent. You know what I'm saying? Like, he may seem like he don't, but he do.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I was kind of feeling like if they knew already that this was his niece and his reputation, like why did they even step to her like that in the first place? Because I didn't realize they know him until, of course, we get a little. I was like, oh, so y'all already know what time it is with him, and y'all still played in his face, so he had to go out there regardless because
Right.
disrespecting her is a disrespect to him.
Yes. Yes. Absolutely. Absolutely. And we'll get there right after this scene. After that, we'll get to the word scramble. So we'll get into that. And this was okay. So after she left Shauna's house, right? So she left Shauna's house. Mia's house rather. She left Mia's house because the friends was being insensitive. She went over Maurice's house because she didn't really have nowhere else to go. So she went over there. His house looked a mess. First of all, I wouldn't have been. You can't be upset because you kind of popped up on him. You better be glad he answered the door. One, two. Yeah, it's a mess. She went in, cleaned it up. So what I'm saying. I was like, I ain't gonna be sitting there on no dirty, nasty, whatever. So, okay, well, I need a place to sit down. I need a place to lay down, lay my head down. So I felt like that was all fair, whatever. Let's see. They were having a conversation. When she first came in, she hugged them. She embraced them because I guess she felt like she just needed some kind of comfort,
Mm-hmm.
kind of, just something because she just had a bad day. And so, since they have a situation, she went on here and got that hug and stuff. He was dancing and stuff, and they were joking, and he made her feel better. He talked about how good she cleaned his apartment and all that good stuff. And then next thing you know, it was some other things. He was selling some clothes and all that other stuff, irrelevant stuff. But all of a sudden, this dude walked in. I said, "Is he his roommate? Why is he just walking in his house like that?" Like, I was so confused. I was like,
I
"What?"
think they was staying with each other. I don't know. I was a little confused with that too, but I think they was staying with each other at one point, or at least I guess just have that type of relationship where they kind of coming in and out of each other, place or whatever. You ain't got to knock, you ain't got to use no key, you ain't got to announce yourself, and he's not expecting to see Shauna there because he's swearing that they got this big game plan going. But I was a little thrown off. I ain't gonna lie, with Shauna even still going to Maurice and knocking at his door and calling him when we know all the stuff that's been happening behind the scenes. Of course, looking at it from the outside. And she don't, so I know she don't necessarily know, but it's still like, we was talking about it before, like with this case going on and the way he kind of hung up the phone on you and did all this other weird stuff. I don't know if that's where I would have went, but I also know she didn't have that many options. So it was like, okay, I guess let me go here and see how he gonna be with me. And I don't think he really want to turn on her, but at the same time, he want to save himself. And like I was saying before, he just kind of seemed like he wants to please his cousin for some reason and want to follow whatever he's saying when he don't really feel all the way 100% that Shauna's turning on him or gonna turn on him the way the cousin keeps saying it. And I think when she came there and they was interacting, you could kind of see the look on his face, like he didn't really know how to act and what to expect from her. I don't know. That's how it came up to me anyway. And at the same time, she have no clue of all the different things he thinking. She just going through what she's been going through. And I thought it was funny that she said to him, you're still here for me. Because at first I was saying, girl, what you cleaning for as soon as you walking in the door? But then, of course, she said she wanted to stay and all that. And he told her he would find her something to wear. And when they was like sitting down and she said to him, you're a good man, Maurice, like how they say in Waiting to Tell, he's a good man to be. I was like, girl, is he? But it felt like he want to be, but then he also want to be follow the damn leader following his cousin, and his cousin going to lead him to damn jail.
Yes.
So I wasn't expecting all of this to come out this fast. That was kind of the part where I was like, oh, we getting right to it. Because Cuz was mad. He was jealous. And he's like, oh, y'all going to play in my face, so now I'm going to turn up and blow up your spot,
Yes.
I was like, whoa.
He let the bomb out that Maurice had been recording their conversations. I said, oh, that dirty dog, you. Oh.
When he's the one who had him recording the conversations. But the crazy part about this is that, for one, I feel like Lord have mercy, I feel like Shauna truly actually cares about Maurice, and that Maurice, I feel like they're like this unlikely thing. It wasn't supposed to happen. They wasn't each other, but somehow they, how you end up liking the person that you really don't think you really, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like they found that unlikely thing together, right? And she really does cut for him, and he really does cut for her, and that's why and you know how she says, like, look, you're the one person that I feel like I can be myself around. She don't have to do any of this extra stuff, because we know she good for trying to pretend, and she don't always herself, and she
exactly.
And I feel like he is a safe place for her. I don't even think that he's I don't, how like Mia uses Lamont. I don't think that's that for her. I think that she really, really is into him.
Yeah.
And so when it's all said and done, that cousin is the one who wanted her to take the fall. And that's all been about. If either she gonna take the fall or you gonna take the fall, because we heard.
Right.
Yeah, because I mean, he already done heard the cousin saying, like, listen, I ain't gonna be the one to go down, so if I gotta throw him under the bus, I will. And that would have been enough for me. Like, as soon as he would have said that, it wouldn't have been no more conversations at all, like point blank period.
Right.
Right.
Absolutely. That was crazy.
Because he showed you who he was already.
Right.
Get nothing. But he got you thinking that she, you know what I'm saying? I'm just like, bruh, come on now. You can't, it's dumb.
Absolutely. Yeah. She was so heartbroken. It's like she got enough on her plate as it is. And she was like, is this true? Like, you was really recording me? And he couldn't say nothing because it is true. But I was like, damn.
Right. And I think if he had a little bit of doubt in his heart, that time that they spent together, he could really sense that she was genuine and that he wouldn't throw him under the bus. But that cousin or whoever that family member is, I can't call it with him. So
yeah. I was glad that, I don't know, he kind of tried to stand up a little bit, but then that's when the cousin blurted everything out, because it's like all this time he wasn't standing up for himself. He just been going along with the daggone flow. And I'm like, what the hell is your problem? Like, get a backbone, Maurice.
Right.
And, so because when he was saying, yeah, you should leave, and Shauna was saying she would leave and all that, he like, nah, she ain't got to go nowhere,
Right. Right. Yeah, he did try, but he sat him down real fast.
Yes.
Yeah.
A mess. And so she left it, just like you said, heartbroken. And the gravity of, they might be trying to set me up, and I might be going, you know what I'm saying? Like, it could be like it's a whole compilation of everything, like Lord AK, Maurice, and now being betrayed by him, and maybe facing some charges, her dreams being, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like a lot. And I'm glad that Mia was there for her in that moment. And and those heifers was not there. So I'm glad
Yeah,
he
me
was
too.
there.
It was just both of them laying there in silence. It was silent, but it was yet you understood about the
Right.
words.
Yeah.
Exactly. Because now I also feel like Shauna's going to have to make a hard decision. We know that Shauna was down and she wasn't going to say anything. But now that she don't know where Maurice really stand, like, what do you do? Do you try to cut a deal for yourself? Do you throw him under the bus? And like, what is it that you do? Do you save yourself? And I think she going to grapple with that too.
Right.
Right. Chastity
Yeah.
did try to warn Shauna about him during the bonding moment a couple of episodes back. But I thought Chastity told her to keep him close. So I
She
thought
did.
that was kind of a conflicting. Like I would have told, leave that nigga where he at. Like
Yeah, she did tell her to keep an eye on him, see where his head is at, keep him close. And I kind of agreed with it to a certain degree so you could see what's going on. But it's like, how close can you keep him when you out on the road traveling and half the time you wasn't getting no answer for him? And then when you are getting answers, he's really talking in riddles and he's hanging up the phone. So it's like, she couldn't really do that. She didn't have no clue where they stood at, and she was dealing with the things that they was dealing with on the road. So that made it hard. And maybe had she been home, she could have been, keeping a closer eye on
right,
what's going on. So now that she's home, she can really pay attention, and now she knows all the whole, what she gotta reevaluate.
exactly, exactly. And we're gonna end it off with this particular. Well, Unc had to get it done,
Mm-mm-mm.
and Duke thought that he was just going to talk to him because he just
Mm-hmm.
it was kind of like casual conversation. He run up on him with some rah stuff or whatever, like he was like, "What's up?" and all this other stuff, and then next thing you know, he got the
Yeah,
rough.
I ain't gonna lie. Even though Unc said it ain't been, I ain't had to do this, and I wasn't expecting them to really go there. I said, well, damn, because he was calm and he was like, so what happened with you and my niece? And he over here explaining the whole situation, and he's saying, oh, you scared me for a minute there. I thought you was 5 or something like that. But baby, when he started, I said, oh, Unc ain't playing. He bout it for
Oh
real, for real.
yeah, he strikes me as the person who's did a couple of bids in
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
in the
And
in
he like, I done came all the way out my house. I ain't come out for nothing.
right. Right. I mean, he struck me as the type. He did a couple of bids and he knows how to handle himself and like he about that life. He true to it, not new to it. So it was a mess because Duke was like, she was like, "Oh yeah, you pussy ass nigga." Yeah,
Yes, and the way her face changed at the end.
very fast. And then as soon as the boom went off, she was like she could not believe. But that is, I'm telling you, for your own safety, that's the business you in. You know what I'm saying? You got to know what business you in. You can't let people when you in the street life, street business is all the same. Even if it's you know, the raising Canaan game or if it's in the PIMP game. You know what I'm saying? So
Hmm.
you're in the streets and
Yeah,
so
that's a fact. Because you let one get away with it, then everybody gonna feel like they could get away with it, and can't have that.
exactly. Monique said Unc got tired after a while doing that beat.
He did.
He
I think
wanted
that
to
made him even
finish
more
what
mad.
He really did get tired. It was so funny.
Mm-mm-mm.
I wasn't mad either.
Yeah.
I wasn't. But you do know it was more than just that one dude that was with that whole thing. So if we'll see, what do you think? Do you think it's going to be some more, consequences and repercussions after this whole thing happens and the aftermath? And do you think it'll be any kind of retaliation? What y'all think about that?
I personally think that in the PIMP game, I think that the when you cut the head off, that's typically it.
Okay.
Versus when you in the other game. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
I don't think that they're gonna come back. I don't think it's gonna be like a retaliation because it's just like it's a little bit of a different world, is what I think.
Yeah, I felt the same way because I feel like that's the one that's the head guy, the one in charge, the one that told her she was lucky that he was, being lenient, letting her go because he was in a good mood or whatever the heck. So I think that's why he went to him because once the other guys see, oh shoot, okay, he done got deleted. They ain't gonna be trying to mess around. I think that sends them the message clear, loud and clear.
Yeah, well, Zia says she thinks there's more to come with that, and Unc might get hurt, and that's definitely a possibility.
It's a
I'm saying
possibility.
we'll see. We'll see how that plays out. Kendall says no, the message was sent, and I'm hoping that that's where we land with that. I hope the most trouble that Duke has with them girls is that bottom B, and get her under control. Once you get her under control, I think we'll be okay. So
Yeah, she either got to get her under control or get rid of her because I don't know what she thought she was doing.
yeah, she seemed like she got some snakish ways about her. So definitely don't want to keep those type of people close, especially not in that position. Because she seemed like she got like some ambitions, like she's trying to do something else, do her own thing. So
Yeah, she thinks that Duke won't do anything to her because she's the main one. She's the bottom B. You know what I'm saying? She's the one that's bringing in all the money. She thinks she know everything. She really thought that she could do what Duke does, but she doesn't know what Duke does, and that's the problem. Is that you weren't even paying attention, but yet this other chick was paying more attention than you paying attention. But you the one trying to, you know what I'm saying? Like it's just. And plus, a lot of times Chastity have her in different spots than she have them other girls too. That's also what I noticed from the first season. Notice how Chastity would have her doing different stuff from what she had them doing.
Yeah.
So that could have something to do with it too. Maybe, she ain't familiar because she wasn't in them spots.
Right.
Yeah, I agree with that. And it looks like we're gonna see the girl that she met at the party last week. So I was like, okay.
I do have a clip of the trailer. It's only 23 seconds, so hopefully it won't get flagged or nothing like that. Maybe I'll stop it in between so it won't. But we're gonna go ahead and get to the word scramble. It's the last of the games I have or whatever. So we're gonna get to that real quick. It's not anything super you should be able to get it. I try to get the little the little clues and stuff. So let's look at the chat and see what is going on.
Recordings, conversations.
There you
Oh,
go.
you good, EJ? Because I was like, I'm still trying to figure it out. I think I was seeing recording, but I said, I'm not too sure.
Yes, record is it. All right. So the next one is, we talked about a lot of this stuff. So that's why I try to get the games out at the beginning because you'll hear the name and then you'll see the clue and you may get it right away. So
yeah, that's panic attack.
Panic attack. Yes.
Oh, I'm typing. I was typing slow, but yeah, I got that one.
Yeah.
I know that one very well.
Look, everybody got that one. Okay. And this one.
You want this cheese tray. That's a long ass word. Oh,
yeah.
Look, I'm like Siri. Spell charcuterie.
Charcuterie. I was like, is that charcuterie? I don't know how you say it. I don't even know how you say it. I just be calling them cheese trays.
Yeah, so let's see. Kind of reminds me of the lady in Hustle the Flow who thought because she made the most money in a day, they wouldn't do anything to her. Hello?
And then he kicked her out.
Exactly.
And the baby.
A mess. Yes. Charcuterie board. Oh, that's it, y'all. I ain't had much. I ain't had much, but like I said, I was here on this rainy day and I was doing what needed to be done. Look, I remember before I knew what it was called, I was calling it charcuterie. Charcuterie. Yes, that's it, y'all. And y'all got it. And so let's go ahead and get into this trailer. Oh shit, the trailer's gone too. Damn it. Sorry, y'all. Real quick. So what y'all want to rate it? Let me get y'all ratings because I know y'all say y'all didn't think it was one of the better episodes. But rating from 1 to 10 or A, B, C, D, E, F, whatever. However you want to do it.
I go 8.5, and that's mainly because of Unc was handling business, so I'm definitely gonna give it an 8.5. But I feel like we've had a few better episodes, just a few. But I feel like it was still a good episode though.
Yeah. Absolutely. 8.5. It was a little bit more on the I give it an 8. It was more on
I
the
give it an 8. Yeah.
more on the serious side and stuff like that. I like it to be a little bit more light and airy and a little bit more fun. But I mean, look, life be life and ebbs and flows and stuff like that. So
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think I gave it like a 7.5 when I first watched it, but then I tried to do a little rewatch before we have to do it for the and I think Unc bumped it up to an 8 for me.
okay, yeah, I think we're all in the same vicinity, 7s and 8s and stuff. So okay, yeah, that's good. That's a cool rating. Yeah, that's it. So, here is the trailer. Let me see how many seconds is this. I think we should be okay. Let me see.
There is no new music because we don't have beats. Yeah, I thought you was gonna.
Wait a minute, y'all. Did y'all see her sitting on that toilet? Do y'all think she was taking a pregnancy test, or is it too soon, too early?
Who was it? Was that Mia?
Yeah, that was Mia.
Girl, we don't know if they have any time jumps though. Like we don't know if they do like a small, like a little time jump, 6 weeks or something. It's in a month or two.
Right. So look, just check it out right here.
There is no new.
Y'all saw it?
I mean, she was being hot and fast.
No, but she got her. It's not a pregnancy test. That's a phone in her hand. So I don't know. I'm like, well, why are we sitting on the toilet? Well, she's sitting on the toilet the wrong way, so maybe that's not what it is.
Okay, yeah, she's sitting on it. I just zoomed into it. She's sitting on it with the toilet down.
Right. Okay. Look, somebody said she probably was.
No new music because we don't have beats. Yeah, I thought you was gonna hit Lamont.
Back me into a corner. I'm leaving everybody bloody.
I trusted you. Now you're threatening me.
They said, wait a minute.
We'll make a play.
Is she there?
Me and Shauna, you're so good. What do you have in mind for them?
So what happened, dude? I never heard from you. I told you I had the best mouth for the South.
That's what her fans call her. I actually gotta re-listen to your music.
Just be trying to play it up.
I'm so mad at her. I got the best mouth in the South.
Oh my goodness! I'm telling you, those are the moments that I live for with this show. It'd be so funny. It just be coming out of the blue.
Definitely, Kendall. She should be keeping Plan B's and she should be keeping contraceptive, period. Like, if you want to be out here like that, okay, you should never be walking around unprepared. I'm just saying.
And y'all see that they about to set us up for this whole Mia and old girl about to bump into each other because clearly he not gonna tell them and she gonna find out.
Absolutely.
Because of these beats that they need to get, and that's how she gonna end up in his. I'm just like, Lamont, just tell it. Why people just don't tell? Just tell it. I'm not saying that he have to, but in this situation, he know what the deal is. Just tell her.
Right. Maybe she missed a cycle. She should.
Yeah, I would have just told her already.
Me too. I would have just told her it ain't no big deal. He know what she do. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like he don't know. Maybe he don't see it, but he know. He know
Right.
who. So
And the thing about Mia, and if she is taking a pregnancy test, and maybe she sat down, like she sat back down on the toilet, and she put the seat down, and she just sat down. She's trying to think about what she's going to do because she has 2 suitors that she had probably raw dog while
yeah.
she was on tour. I know the bathroom one was for sure, and we already saw it from beginning to end with Cash. I ain't see no lift. I ain't see nobody reach their hand in the nightstand. So there's that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So it, you know, when you do clownery, the clown comes back to bite.
And do.
Right. So yeah, that is our episode, y'all. I hope you all enjoyed. Make sure you leave your comments down, your predictions down. We did the trailer, so all that good stuff. I hope y'all enjoyed it. EJ and Tamika, I know y'all collaborate a lot, so y'all tell us what's going on your channels, respectively. In the future, what's already up, what you covering. Let's talk about it.
I still have some videos to work on because my girl Tamika, she be quick on the draw with her stuff, but your girl is a little slow with her stuff. So I still have 3 videos to do. I got to do Black Hamptons episodes 1 and 2 because they put 2 episodes out.
Oh
And
yeah,
I still have to do my quick thoughts on Raising Canaan, and I plan on having all that done. Tomorrow is my goal.
right.
Goal. And then we have our normal stuff, of course. We got Raising Canaan on tomorrow. I think that's Monday. And then we got Kingdom Business on Tuesday. And then this is our week for our ladies' night, which I
Y'all
think
doing Temptation again?
no. I'll let Tamika tell you about it because I think she hosting this time.
Okay.
Yeah, Thursday is the Jacksons part 2. So yeah, I got time to catch up and join us for that. I almost forgot I'm hosting it. There's so much stuff going on. But yeah, y'all know I am doing the subscribe-a-thon. I've been trying to put out stuff every day that I can. So last night I did do trivia night. If y'all didn't get to see that, I did a little holiday edition, some Christmas questions, and all of
Yeah.
that kind of stuff and mixed in there with the usual stuff that we do. And then, EJ already told y'all about Kingdom Business and Raising Canaan. And then I do the Oval Sisters. I think VKJ actually invited me because it's the 100th episode celebration for the Oval. So I may get to join him for a minute. I'll see how that goes. And my love after lockup, and I also did self-care, and which you should be watching last Saturday if y'all didn't get to see that. So I'm just, gonna keep it going and going with that, y'all.
Right.
I haven't had a day off yet.
She out of breath just talking about all the things. See, that's how you know you got a hard working woman right there, y'all. So if you are not subscribed to Tamika's Den and your girl EJ, make sure the links is in the description box, and if any of the mods can put it in the chat, then go ahead and do that as well. I'm going to be participating in the 12 days before Christmas. So I'm going to have a Christmas theme, and it may involve movies. It may involve just me putting the decorations on my Christmas tree. It may just be just me talking about self-care while putting on my makeup, doing my hair, some kind of reviewing some products and stuff like that. So I'm going to be getting into a lot of things, and that's going to be my subscriber-thon uh, every day, 12 days before Christmas. It may not be a long, it may be 10 minutes, it may be 15 minutes, but it's going to be something. So I hope you enjoy that. I have my first episode of Raising Canaan up. I'm working on my second one. It should be up tomorrow. And yes, and we have to get back into reality talk TV. If I can't do it with Monique, then I'll have to end up getting these current episodes up so I don't get too far behind. So y'all bear with me, stay with me, stick with me, put your notifications on, like the channel, do all the things, share the videos if y'all know somebody who watches rap shit or ish
Mhm.
and all that stuff. Just spread it across the realm, and like our girl Moochie say, get us in that algorithm, y'all. Cause
Yes.
let's just be it's Christmas time. It's time to share. Okay. Sharing is caring. All right, y'all. Had a great time. Thank you. Love you. Bye bye. See you next week.
All right, y'all.
Bye, y'all. Let me get my little outro.